What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down my picks for the 20 greatest submachine guns in Call of Duty history. If you enjoy Call of Duty countdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and let's just get into it. Now, starting at number 20 is the UM-45 from Modern Warfare 3. The UM-45 was the remake of the legendary Modern Warfare 2 UM-45, and while it wasn't, nearly as overpowered, it was still one of the most reliable SMGs in Modern Warfare 3. It had easy to control recoil, solid damage, and, well, surprisingly good range, making it a dependable weapon in almost every situation. Now, even though it wasn't the most dominant SMG in the game, it was still a dependable weapon that deserves a spot on this list. At number 19 is the AK-74U from Black Ops Cold War. The AK-74U quickly became one of the most popular weapons in Cold War because, well, it was incredibly versatile. It stood out for its fast time to kill, controllable recoil, and ability to compete at longer ranges than most SMGs. It remained one of the strongest guns throughout the game's life cycle. At number 18 is the VMP from Black Ops 4. The VMP was easily my favorite gun in Black Ops 3, I gotta be honest, and I used it more than any other weapon in the game. I mean, this thing almost had no recoil, making it feel like an absolute laser beam, and combined with its fast fire rate, it could melt enemies in seconds. Many players felt it completely changed the multiplayer meta after it was added. At number 17 is the Vector CRB from Ghosts. The Vector was one of the most popular SMGs in Ghosts because it was incredibly easy to use. It stood out for its almost non-existent recoil, high fire rate, and excellent accuracy. It could win gunfights at ranges where most SMGs struggled. At number 16 is the Scorpion Evo from Black Ops 2. The Scorpion Evo was one of the fastest firing guns in Call of Duty history, and it was one of the best sounding weapons in the franchise. While its damage and range were on the weaker side, its incredible fire rate meant that if you stayed accurate, enemies would drop almost instantly. If you loved rushing objectives, this gun was always a great choice. At number 15 is the SOG 9mm from Black Ops 4. The SOG became one of the most popular SMGs in Black Ops 4 because it fits the fast-paced movement perfectly. It stood out for its mobility, rapid fire rate, and smooth handling. It was easily one of the most recognizable weapons from Black Ops 4. At number 14 is the PPSH-41 from World at War. The PPSH was one of the fan-favorite weapons in World at War because it was simply just fun to use. It stood out for its massive magazine, blazing fast fire rate, and ability to overwhelm enemies. I mean, even today, it's still one of the most iconic World War II weapons in Call of Duty. At number 13 is the MP7 from Modern Warfare 2019. The MP7 was one of my favorite guns to use in Modern Warfare because it just felt so smooth in every gunfight. It had almost no recoil, making it feel like a laser beam, and its incredible mobility let you fly around the map while staying accurate. It easily became a favorite in both multiplayer and Warzone. At number 12 is the PDW-57 from Black Ops 2. The PDW-57 was one of the easiest SMGs to use in Black Ops 2 because of its forgiving 50-round magazine. It stood out for its low recoil, consistency, and ability to take on multiple enemies without reloading. It was a great choice for both new and experienced players. At number 11 is the PPSH-41 from Call of Duty World War II. The PPSH from Call of Duty World War II is actually my favorite version of the weapon because I honestly think it improved on the World at War version in almost, every way. It had smooth recoil, a fast fire rate, and felt much more consistent, making it one of the most reliable SMGs in the game. It was just one of those weapons that you could always count on. At number 10 is the VMP from Black Ops 3. The VMP was one of the most dominant SMGs in Black Ops 3 because it had almost no weaknesses. It stood out for its incredible accuracy, fast fire rate, and excellent damage. For many players, this was the best SMG in the game. At number 9 is the MP40 from World at War. The MP40 was one of the strongest weapons in World at War because of how easy it was to use. It stood out for its low recoil, high damage, and impressive range. It's still remembered as one of the greatest World War II weapons in Call of Duty history. At number 8 is the MTAR-X from Ghosts. The MTAR-X was my favorite gun in Call of Duty Ghosts because it could handle just about every situation. It had incredible accuracy, consistent damage, and barely any recoil, making it one of the easiest and most satisfying weapons to use in the game. It was simply one of the best guns Ghosts had to offer. At number 7 is the AK-74U again from the original Black Ops. Black Ops had some of the best assault rifles in Call of Duty history, so SMGs were often overlooked. However, the AK-74U was the one exception, becoming the only SMG that could consistently compete with the game's dominant assault rifles. Its low recoil, solid damage, and versatility made it one of the best weapons in Black Ops. It's no surprise this gun became a staple in competitive Call of Duty. At number 6 is the ASM-1 from Advanced Warfare. The ASM-1 became one of the best SMGs in Advanced Warfare, and while everyone remembers the overpowered Speakeasy variant, the regular version was still an incredible weapon, let's be honest. It had great damage, excellent mobility, and fit Advanced Warfare's fast movement system perfectly, making it one of the strongest close-range guns in the game. At number 5 is the UM-45 from Modern Warfare 2. The UM-45 was one of the most overpowered weapons in Modern Warfare 2 and could kill you in literally just 2 bullets from almost any distance. It had incredible damage, barely any recoil, and if you threw on a suppressor, it somehow made it even better. To this day, it's still one of the most broken SMGs Call of Duty has ever seen. At number 4 is the XMC from Black Ops 3. The XMC instantly became one of the most popular DLC weapons ever added to Call of Duty. It was the return of the MSMC, and fans of Black Ops 2 instantly fell in love with it. It brought back the same incredible feel with laser-like recoil, excellent damage, and the versatility to dominate at almost any range. Many players considered it the best weapon in Black Ops 3 after it was released. At number 3 is the MP5 from Modern Warfare 2019. The MP5 from Modern Warfare 2019 is one of my favorite SMGs in Call of Duty history because it just felt so satisfying to use. It had an incredibly fast time to kill, almost no recoil, and outstanding mobility, making it nearly unbeatable in close-ranged fights. This is easily my favorite version of the MP5 in Call of Duty history. And number 2 is the MSMC from Black Ops 2. The MSMC was one of the most popular SMGs in Black Ops 2, and according to many players, the greatest competitive SMG in Call of Duty history. It stood out for its incredible damage, fast time to kill, and smooth recoil. This is still my favorite gun of all time, and I'll never forget the hours that I spent using it. Taking the number 1 spot is the MP7 from Modern Warfare 3. The MP7 was one of the most popular weapons in Modern Warfare 3 because it could literally just do everything. It stood out for its almost non-existent recoil, 40-round magazine, excellent iron sights, and a shot like an assault rifle. To me, no SMG has ever been as complete as the MW3 MP7, and that's why it's my pick for the greatest submachine gun in Call of Duty history. So that's my list of the 20 greatest SMGs in Call of Duty history. Let me know what your top 5 looks like down in the comments, and also if I left one of your favorites off the list. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.